Hi everyone, my name is Nina Origitano and I'm a counselor here at Triton College. Today we're going to talk about a very real topic, especially in light of everything that's going on in our world today, called anxiety. So a couple different areas that we're going to focus on today. What is anxiety? When you need to be concerned? Do you have a game face? When do you feel anxious? Different ways to ground yourself or have a check-in moment. Tips to alleviate some of your anxieties, and then where you might be able to get some of this help, either on campus or through email. So let's first talk about what is anxiety. Anxiety is a feeling of worry, nervousness, or unease, especially about an event that you're uncertain of. So right now, in light of what's going on with COVID-19, it's a very strange time for many of us. And with that comes a lot of uncertainty. So a lot of you may be feeling very anxious. One thing that you need to know is that you are not alone. I think everybody is going through some of these emotions based on what's going on with the virus. Anxiety is the leading mental health issue facing a lot of college students. More than half of the students visiting campus health clinics listed anxiety as a major concern, and the fact that it does actually affect a lot of academic performances is something to be concerned about. So let's talk about when you should be concerned. So one of the major things to look for is when your mood starts to interfere with your ability to function at school, or if we see a big behavior change, something that isn't normal. One thing you need to do is stop and ask yourself, what's going on? What's making you feel anxious? And how can you start to get a handle on it? Some other things to look for, feeling like you can't physically go to class. Maybe physical symptoms. You don't feel like hanging out with friends or teammates. Difficulty concentrating or feeling distressed. Prolonged feelings of sadness or despair. Isolation or withdrawal from certain activities that you're used to. If you start to use drugs or alcohol or have thoughts of harm or suicide, these are certain areas in which you need to be aware of. And then the next slide is something called, do you have a game face? Are you one of those people that disguise it very well and you put on a happy face for the normal population, but inside you're having very mixed emotions? So that look that says, heck yeah, I'm doing fine, I'm handling it. Look at me, I'm juggling school, extracurricular activities. But is that really how you're feeling? So you have to be in check with some of that that's going on internally. So when do you feel yourself feeling anxious? So obviously right now we're going through something completely out of character for a lot of us. We don't know how to handle what's going on in society right now. So maybe it is a crisis situation like COVID-19. Maybe you have anxious feelings when you're taking tests or exams, or you have deadlines. Maybe you have a big job interview that's coming up. Maybe you've been through a traumatic accident, or you've gotten bad news. Public speaking. You know, I always joke and say that if we could take math and speech out of the equation, people wouldn't mind coming to school, but public speaking is a very, very real anxious thought that a lot of people have. So let's talk for a minute about what a grounding object is. So grounding object, small objects that you carry with you to feel better or boost your mood. So it kind of takes the edge off, allows you to focus on the present moment so you don't stress about the past or the future. These objects tend to bring you a sense of comfort and safety in the here and now. When you're anxious, some things that you can do, hold an object close to you and tell yourself soothing things. I'm going to be okay. I'm going to get through this. Tell yourself anything that you can in order to focus on the present moment. So what are some of these things that we recommend? Credit card size collage of happy thoughts. So a little card that has very positive affirmations on it. Maybe you like to draw or paint a soothing picture, make a piece of jewelry, make a keychain, paint a rock, anything that takes your mind off of some of these anxious feelings and puts you back in the present moment. Grounding objects are very helpful for that. Let's talk for a minute about ways that you can actually keep yourself grounded. Okay, first thing is to acknowledge that anxiety. Okay, you have to acknowledge that it's there. It's a real thought, but it's a thought that's in your mind, and that's all it is a thought at this moment. So in order to get through it, you have to think about what it is that's causing the anxious feelings. Start with your breath. Okay, you notice when you get very anxious that you start to tense up. Your whole body tenses up and your breath moves from deep and calming to very shallow and light. Take deep, full breaths all the way down into your belly. Breathe it through your nose. As you exhale through your mouth, makes your exhale longer than your inhale. This deep breathing signals the body to relax and helps calm your mind and spirit. The next one is connect with your body. Okay, movement is one of the most amazing ways to get your body back in check. So get up, start moving around, whether it's yoga, running, walking, or a 1-minute dance party. You can try some of these. They're called EFTs, emotional freedom techniques, or tapping. Tapping is a technique where you use your fingertips and you tap 5 to 7 times on very specific energy points. And while doing that, you voice very positive affirmations. It tends to stimulate your body and stabilize that energy flow. Next one would be to socialize. You don't want to stay alone. If you can get yourself out engaged with other people. Okay, by putting your focus on someone else, it engages your mind with a new activity. Okay, you may forget that there's an entire world out there, but you need to connect with that in order to make yourself feel like you're in control again. Get into nature. Okay, it's very calming, helps you connect with something larger than yourself. It's a much needed retreat from that busy life that we all lead. Okay, these are some tips to alleviate some of that school anxiety. Okay, whether it's dealing with a crisis like we're going through right now or just the everyday that come up in your school setting. So remain positive. Talk about school and the positive aspects of getting an education. Get enough sleep. A lot of us don't do this, whether you're up studying late or working late hours or doing an activity. Think about getting on a school schedule. Having a typical weekly schedule will help reduce some of that anxiety. If you've never been to the campus before, you might want to go to campus, drive around, walk through the halls, check out where everything's at so that on that first day, or if it's a new semester, you're not feeling lost, having those very anxious feelings. Limit video games and color more. Coloring could be one of those grounding techniques where it takes your mind off of those anxious thoughts and puts it on the here and now. Some other tips, listen to music. Oh, we all know how music takes us into a different place. So if there's a favorite artist or a favorite genre, find that music and let yourself be lost in it. Smile, giggle, breathe correctly, exercise and meditate. We know how those endorphins get us in a much better place, so get those endorphins moving. Eat healthy and often, stay very hydrated, okay? Big one here, don't procrastinate, try and plan ahead. Okay, we talk about using daily planners, refer to your course syllabus, be aware of upcoming test assignments and projects. This will be really important if some of you are going to the online version of school right now based on COVID-19. So you can reach out to your instructors, stay in touch with them so that you know when the assignments are due and when you need help with certain areas of that course. Be involved in extracurricular activities. Okay, Triton has many clubs and organizations. Maybe volunteer on campus or join a sports team. And last but not least, where can you go on campus? Okay, again, right now we are not physically on campus, so we are, as counselors, accessible through email. So you can reach out to any of us off the counseling website, or if you've been working previously with a counselor, you can reach out to them individually. Otherwise, referrals, things that we can provide, referrals to campus and community organizations. We deal with crisis intervention, emergency problem solving, academic planning, course recommendations. So we work with students and we take care of a lot of those immediate and not so immediate issues. So you can find us located in many different areas on the Triton College campus. So if you need any assistance, you know where you can find us. So that concludes the PowerPoint for this particular workshop on anxiety. You have some resources now that will help you work through some of these anxious feelings that you're having and put you in a better place. And hopefully you know that there is a place on campus that you can turn to if you need additional assistance. Thank you.